Welcome to Chef Roy's Restaurant Showcase. I'm Executive Chef Roy McPherson. Well, we've gone international.
It's me again, Chef Jason Peru.
Take our influences and sort of match them with theirs.
Hi, and welcome to Chef Roy's International Restaurant Showcase. I'm Executive Chef Roy McPherson. Trinidadian TV chef and a Newfoundland icon, what are they going to come up with? Well, today we're going to find out. Join Chef Mark McGraw and Chef Jason Peru and me, Chef Roy, here at the Sheraton, and we're going to go in and see how they combine salt meat, halibut, and scrunchions and mango, and see what they come up with. I can't wait. Let's go take a look.
So I'm Mark McGraw. I'm cooking with the Trinidad chef Jason Peru today. I'm really excited. We got some fresh halibut to cook with. I'm gonna show him some Newfoundland ingredients. He's gonna put some spins of his Trinidadian food. So yeah, we're gonna get in the kitchen, put it all together, and see how it turns out.
So it's me again, Chef Jason Peru, all the way from Trinidad and Tobago, in my new home, Newfoundland. And guess what? Today I'm paired with Chef Mark McGraw. Now, I've never worked with him before, but I've heard he's a very eclectic soul, very brave and very creative. And those are some of the characteristics myself that I admire in a person. So it'll be interesting to see what he pans out and what we're going to be bubbling up in that kitchen today. So pretty much, I'm all game for this. Let's see what it goes on.
So here we are with Chef Jason and Chef Mark, and we're going to be drawing another Newfoundland Trinidadian inspired dish. First question I'll ask you, Chef Jason, now you've been here for a few days, soaking up the culture. What's your thoughts now today?
I think I go back in a few days and I'm thinking I'm going to actually miss the place. I came here saying, you know, I'm going to be freezing and I'm just going to do what I got to do and then return to the warmth. But you know, the hospitality is great here and I love it. And that's where I'm getting my warmth from. So the food is great, the people are great. And I mean, I'm just privileged to be here in Newfoundland, eating all this great food.
We're definitely happy to have you for sure. So Chef Mark, tell us what we're going to be doing today.
So we got a little array of Newfoundland stuff. We got fresh halibut. We got, we're using some hardtack. Chef hasn't seen it before. We have the traditional salt beef. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grate some potato. We're gonna add in some salt beef, some savory. We're gonna sort of make a little flour mixture with it. And we're gonna pat it on top of the halibut and pan and fry crispy. And just sort of finish it off in the oven. And then we have the hardtack. We boiled down in some chicken stock with some potatoes, some different spices like turmeric and some curry powder, sort of like Trinidadian influence.
Yes.
And a little bit of thyme.
Excellent.
And we're just sort of going to mash that up and finish it off with some lemon juice and some fresh cilantro.
Perfect.
Wonderful,
Excellent.
man. Sounds good already.
So I'll just give you a bit of history, Chef Jason, on hardtack. So basically that was created for the fishing industry and slow times in the year or colder times in the year when they didn't get their hands on flour. They could make this type of bread. Again, all it is pretty much is flour and water, maybe a bit of salt in there.
Yeah.
They take it, they dry it out, they put it in their pantry. So on the fishing ships and sealing ships, they would be able to have some sort of bread. They just soak it in water, bring it to a boil. And, yeah, absolutely. And through the winter seasons, again, like I say, if they couldn't get flour in from somewhere, wherever they got it from throughout the world, they would have some sort of a bread protein.
So this was like a staple that they took on the sea with them.
Absolutely.
That they could be rehydrated when needed.
You know, Newfoundland cuisine was based on preserving, bottling, and having stuff when you couldn't get other stuff. So, you know, that's where that came from.
And
Sounds good.
The other thing we're going to do, back to preserving and bottling, we got some pork scrunchions.
Okay.
So they're just salted pork fat, cooked down a little crispy.
I love this stuff, Chef.
I've
had it every single day.
So we're gonna make a vinaigrette out of that. So for Chef, we got some mango puree we're gonna add in there. We're gonna add a little bit of curry powder, some cherry tomatoes, and again, when it comes to bottling, we got sweet mustard pickles here. So
Something I'll challenge you to try because my dad used to do it all the time and we used to love it. So we take the pork scrunchions, render them off, strain off the fat, careful not to get the salt in, but cook our eggs in it. Great taste.
So it's very similar to like how you would render the bacon fat.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There's no need for salt and pepper then.
That's right. Oh no, definitely no need for salt for sure.
So let's get this going.
Let's get the potato mixture going.
Okay, so I know that you peeled the potato earlier on, and you told me that you wanted it grated like this, right?
Yep.
So this is almost like similar to a shredded hash that you're making.
Exactly, yeah.
All right. Now the thing about it is that I saw earlier on that sometimes when you do this, it tends to oxidize.
Yeah.
So what I did is I had the privilege of actually grating some ahead of time and putting it in a tea towel.
Perfect.
To remove some of that extra
Yeah.
smoke.
And you get some of that juice out of it too, so it's not so watery.
So here we have the shredded potato.
Perfect.
It's not waterlogged.
So we're gonna add a little bit of salt, but we got the salt beef going in, so we don't need much.
Yeah.
A nice little pinch of pepper.
Okay.
So again, the salt beef has been cooked down for a few hours, just so it's tender. We shredded it up,
Right, well,
fire
means-
it on in there.
Important that you make sure you test your water before you use your salt meat, and you might have to change it over depending if you didn't get a chance to soak it overnight.
So again, the dried, we talked about it the other day, the dried Newfoundland non-sour savory.
That's the staple here.
Classic Newfoundland. And Chef, a little bit of curry powder just to sort of
All right.
give
So
her a Trinidad
it's
influence.
interesting. I brought with me the Chief brand curry powder, and this is like amazing back home. So to bring that a bit of Trini influence inside of it, Chef.
Absolutely.
So I'm just hitting the halibut with a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm gonna go hold off a little bit because the salt beef's so salty.
Okay.
So we want to add a touch of just all-purpose flour just to sort of help that stick together a little bit.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes.
A little
now.
bit of a binding agent, right?
You can really smell that curry powder. It's like, wow, I can't wait.
And it
Can't
actually
wait.
added an interesting color, Chef. As you can see, it has that
Oh,
take
yeah.
on that yellow color,
Okay.
which is very, very important for attraction for plating, right?
Yeah.
Chef
You know
Mark.
what? Just a little bit of that pork fat.
Ah,
Why
Can't
not?
go wrong with pork fat.
I love it. I just love it. Pork fat makes everything better.
That's right.
Beautiful. So we have our
I
mixture
think
here.
I'm going to add just a touch of mango as well, just to help it sort of stick together a little bit.
There you
Beautiful.
go.
All right. Because I guess this is like a crust for the fish.
Yeah,
right?
it needs to sort of stick on there. It shouldn't take much to it, but work with these chefs, see the food culture down there.
A scruncheon mixed with mango. What a flavor. You got that sweet, you got that salty.
So I'm Mark McGraw. I'm cooking with the Trinidad chef Jason Peru today.
So today we have a pairing of Chef Jason from Trinidad, jet-setting TV celebrity, classically trained chef, and Mark McGraw, jet-setting celebrity Newfoundland chef. It's going to be interesting to see what they bring to the table. Here today we're going to be doing some scruncheons and mango. I don't know about that. That sounds a bit far-fetched for some of our Newfoundland friends, but I'm definitely going to be interested to see what the flavor combination is going to bring. Two very talented gents. Today they're going to be using some halibut, so it's going to be interesting to see how they put their Trinidadian spin, Newfoundland spin, to create a dish. I really can't wait to see how it's going to turn out. So Chef Jason, what's your thought on the halibut?
Halibut, as actually I was speaking to Chef Mark earlier on, and I said, guys, you use halibut here almost every day. And they said, but we have it. I said, that's like a luxury back to us in Trinidad and Tobago. Whereas we use snapper all the time and kingfish,
Yeah.
and it's like, we don't get snapper here. So it's interesting to see
Use what you
have
get,
to
right?
use what you have.
That's right,
That's great.
absolutely.
And I mean, cod would have been another great choice for this, but right now it's hard to get it fresh. So we had fresh halibut,
Yeah.
so that's what we used.
Yeah.
So we got our crust, it just sticks on there. So
It's great, man.
I'm gonna put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in my pan.
Okay.
Not too much, it's a non-stick pan, so.
And I could just imagine the flavor of that salted beef
Yeah.
exuding onto the fish.
Well, that's the thing with halibut, it really absorbs other flavors very well.
Okay, so let's get these going. While we get these going, they'll take a little while to cook through, so we'll start working on the rest of the dish.
Okay.
So you're just searing in a little bit of olive oil right
Just
now,
a
right?
little bit of olive oil, get a crust on one side. So it's probably about 5 minutes maybe on this side. Flip it over for maybe another 4 or 5 minutes.
So it's starting on a high heat, chef?
I got it on a medium heat here now. Just enough to build a little crust.
I guess you're gonna continue cooking this in the oven.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna, I'll get a crust, flip it over for a minute, maybe finish it off in the oven.
Yeah.
I think that's a great way so you don't overcook the fish per se.
right.
I mean, you can tell just by touching it.
By all
sorta-
means,
yeah.
It's great.
So,
See,
I
you
guess-
make it sound so easy. You just tell by touching it, no problem.
so
Hardtack.
this is the mash element of the dish, I guess. So we had the hardtack, the potatoes. We cooked them down. I mean, you can cook them down in water. Today we used a little bit of chicken stock for a little extra flavor.
Yeah.
Some thyme, some curry powder, some turmeric. Boiled that till the hardtack was a little soft. And now we're just going to give it a little mash. Chef, if you want to
Yeah.
take over on mashing.
It's great.
Okay.
Actually, as I look at this, right, it reminds me that when you do rehydrate it, it has a similar texture to dumplings.
Yes. Yeah.
It reminds me of some of the dishes we tasted in Trinidad.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah.
It's nice. So to freshen it up, we're going to hit it with a little fresh cilantro. We're going to hit it with a little bit of fresh lemon juice.
Yeah, well, definitely.
So it looks nice. It's nice, chunky, lots of fresh flavors.
And the cilantro definitely brings a bit
Yeah.
of vivacious liveliness to it, and that's important.
So at this point, you want to give it a taste. You want to see if it needs any salt, if it needs anything. We got the lemon in there already,
Yeah.
so the salt is good.
Yeah.
Really
Excellent.
nice. Actually, Rory, have a taste.
Sure.
Chef Rory, the spoon, yeah. You know what I like about it, Chef Mark? It has two textures. You get a nice soft one, and then you get a little
Exactly,
crunch inside
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So it's like not boring or mushy.
Flavor
Awesome.
explosion, fantastic. Great new use of it to have hardtack, I must say, Chef Mark.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
So I'm just gonna have
I need to get a pack of this and carry it back home.
Absolutely.
So yeah, as you can see, guys,
Ooh,
we're getting
yeah,
a little
baby.
golden brown. The crust is sticking.
Perfect.
Beautiful. So that's what you want. I'm gonna cook it for a second on the bottom. I'm gonna put it on a pie pan, pop it in the oven just for a couple minutes so
Yep.
it cooks through.
Sounds great. Sounds great. So, Chef Jason, this type of a dish, I know I've talked to you before about what would sell in Trinidad or what would not. But is this something again that your clientele or people from Trinidad would warm up to quickly?
Actually, it's very reminiscent of a dish that I did back in a restaurant, salted cod brandad.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Rather than just use the potatoes with salted beef, we would use salted cod inside there.
Okay.
So it's very similar, but again, using the salted beef brings that whole Newfoundland spin on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we would crust snapper with that. Again, you guys are using halibut.
Yeah.
And then we would sear it on one side and finish in the oven. So yes, and we'd serve that with a little bit of vibrant pineapple chutney on top of it.
Okay. Excellent.
We're gonna make a little vinaigrette now.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So we got a again mixture of Newfoundland and Trinidadian flavors.
Yeah.
We got our pork scrunchions. They've just been
Yeah,
cooked
you
down
never
a
go
little.
around pork crunches. Never.
So they're perfect for a vinaigrette. I mean, they're salty. We're gonna add some sweet things like sweet mustard pickles and mango. There's a little bit of built-in oil here from them, and we'll add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil
Okay.
as well. So, Chef, you want to add cherry tomatoes?
Okay.
I think we can go with the mango puree, the sweet pickles.
I think the mango puree would not only add an element of sweetness, but also a bit of emulsifying
Yeah, exactly,
thickness to
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Same thing as like adding mustard to a vinaigrette. It's
By
gonna
all means, is that lesser than we're talking about?
I'm definitely going to be interested to see what the flavor combination is going to bring. Crunching mixed with mango, what a flavor. You got that sweet, you got that salty.
work with these chefs, see the food culture down there.
Again, Chef Jason, mustard pickles are a staple here in Newfoundland. When people have jigs dinner, or even like when I was going mashed potatoes, sometimes mustard pickles on bread always happen. Always in our
Just
pantry.
like that, right?
Yeah.
So we want to add a little bit of fresh lemon juice to it.
Wonderful.
I think we're going to go with a little bit more cilantro as well.
This is definitely going to liven it up, right?
Absolutely.
Big time.
Yeah, it should be a really nice punchy flavor. It's a little sweet, a little salty. Chef, you want to add a little bit of olive oil? I think we're good.
There we go. The one thing I like, Chef Mark, is that nowadays when people are composing plates, it's not like the old traditional starch, veg, protein. You know, it's adding different dimensions of acidity, texture.
Absolutely,
You know,
right.
which is great, I think.
I mean, we got some veg in here. We got some veg over here.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So that looks great.
looks really nice.
Really nice, yeah.
I like to call it the old classic clock presentation. You know, you had your veg at 3 o'clock and your starch and your protein.
Yeah, that's so
right?
There's a time and a place
Yeah.
for that.
Look at that. Vibrant, really nice colors.
Again, I think we should have a little taste just to make sure.
Of course, this is just what we call quality control.
Oh, absolutely. You know. Oh,
Working
I
the
just
job.
dropped my spoon. There you go. Thanks, Chef.
I think it's good. If anything, we could add a little bit more mango just to bring the sweetness out.
Oh, baby.
Can I have a piece of bread for that vinaigrette?
Right?
I love those scrunchions in there. Perfect.
Wonderful. So we have that to the side. It's just here. So, Chef Mark, give us a recap.
All right, so we got our potato crusted halibut. It's cooking in the oven. We have our hardtack potato cilantro lemon juice mash. We've got our scruncheon mustard pickle mango curry vinaigrette with cherry tomato. And I believe you had another little element you want to add in.
Okay, great. So, anytime we cook fish in the Caribbean, we always try to add almost like a fruity element to it, but with a savory punch, almost peppery. So I decided to make something we call like fruit chow.
Yeah.
Usually we make like pineapple chow in Trinidad.
I've seen that when we were in Trinidad.
So I said, you know, we got some pineapple here, but I'm jazzing it up. I'm adding a little bit of grapes. So it's pineapple grapes. As I have inside here, can you give me a spoon, Chef Mark?
There you go.
Wonderful. So as you can see inside here, it's just some sliced grapes. I'll show it to you. Some pineapple, diced pineapple, and a little bit of that cilantro. To that, I'm just gonna add a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper. So this is the seasoning element.
Yeah.
And just to bring in a little bit of acidity into it, I have this beautiful orange. And I'm just gonna sprinkle that
You
inside
can
there.
smell the orange hitting the air with the oils that are bursting out when he squeezes it. Fantastic.
Some people say that the actual oils in the skin are even more flavorful than the juice itself. Yes, bakers will attest to that. So here we are, we're mixing it up. And you can see that we have that nice green aspect inside of it.
Yeah.
That green herb, have you tried it back over in Trinidad?
Shadow Benny.
Shadow Benny. Obviously, I didn't have it here, so the closest flavor to it there would have been some cilantro. So,
Shadow Benny is like cilantro by 5. Fantastic.
so Chef Mark, Chef Rory, this is what we're looking at.
Beautiful.
It's almost like a little it's a savory salsa.
I think it's just what the dish needs too, because it needs something bright, fresh
Yeah,
fruit
absolutely.
flavor too.
And it would marry very well with the
But again, it's so simple.
by all means,
that's
you know,
not
it's
complicated.
Not difficult at all. And it's very versatile. You could use it with different fruits.
Okay, guys, that was great. You know, great information. So let's take it to the plate and see what's going to turn out like.
Awesome.
Yes, let's do this.
That looks great.
Look at that.
You
Chef.
can tell
Beautiful.
the fish is just a little bit firm, so you can tell it's cooked. It's only thin, so it'll only need a couple minutes.
And I guess it's continuing cooking right there in the
It
heat,
will,
right?
absolutely.
By all means. So let's put this plate together, Chef.
So we have we got 3 pieces of fish, so I'm thinking maybe 3 little mounds of the mash. All right, next up we have the fish.
Oh yes,
It's fantastic.
Looks
Looking
great,
good.
Chef.
It's looking good.
looks great.
Thinking maybe just
Versatility, man.
a little extra mango just put on the plate.
Wonderful. And then we have that beautiful vinaigrette.
The vinaigrette. I'm gonna put a little bit over the fish, but not completely. A little bit around the plate for dipping.
Oh, beautiful, man. And you know what? To accent a little bit of the yellow, I'm gonna add these grapes
Oh, there you go.
and the pineapple. There we go.
I feel like we're back in Trinidad.
Oh yeah.
That looks beautiful.
So a little extra cilantro just right on top.
Oh baby.
So we got Newfoundland meets Trinidad.
Oh baby.
2 continental plates, Claude. Boom. And this is what comes
This is
up.
what we're talking about. Look
Looks
at
beautiful, guys. I gotta say, hats off to both of you. Now let's go out in the restaurant and we're gonna try this out.
that. Oh yeah, you don't have to tell me twice.
So here we are now, and we got this beautiful presentation in front of us, and the smells unbelievable. First question I'll ask Chef Jason: working with the salt meat, why don't you describe those? What you thought of it?
I had never seen it. It's almost the salt meat is pulled. Our salt meat back in Trinidad and Tobago is just on the bone. So it's just like, and we usually use it in pilafs. So to actually use it in a pulled form, where you could actually interpret it into many different uses, was really versatile for me. And actually putting it in the mash was amazing, and crusting with it. So I know it's going to add a significant amount of flavor. I'm excited.
So Mark, tell me about your interpretation of those Trinidadian components mixing with our Newfoundland product.
Yeah, well, my take on it is, I mean, I thought the dish really needed some fresh fruit because, I mean, you got the salt, the scrumptions, the salt beef, the starchiness of potatoes. So it really elevated the dish and made it more, you know, than these tropical.
Yes, by all means. I
Yeah.
agree with him.
Yeah.
And it needed that sweetness too. So
why don't you tell the folks at home, just to recap what we have here?
So we have a potato, salt beef, and savory crusted halibut. We have a hardtack and potato mash with cilantro and lime or lemon. We have a mango mustard pickle and scruncheon vinaigrette. And again, there's some cilantro, there's some curry spices in there.
Yeah.
So,
You had me a scrunching.
and we also have chef's
I did a fruit chow.
Fruit chow, yeah.
It's comprised of a pineapple and grape with a little bit of cilantro dressed with black pepper and salt. Just bring a little bit of fruity element in.
It's a lot of flavors going on, but I think it's going to work, you know, because we're going to get that salty and sweet.
And you really get the contrast of the sweet and the salty with the scrunchions, the salt meat, and then like the mango puree and the salsa.
Chef Mark, the curry.
Curry's coming through.
But not too pungent, it's just like a little herbaceous. Get some of that beautiful hardtack mash.
It's got a nice chew to it, you know. It's
Yeah.
I love this.
yeah, so good.
Best meal that I've had here. Well done, Chef Mark. Well done.
Thank you, chef.
And it really goes well with that wine. Guys, I gotta tell you, outstanding dish. You would see this in any menu anywhere. It'd be a big seller without a doubt. I mean, thank you guys. I mean, I always say it's amazing to see how people, two different cultures, two different vast experiences, but when you put two great minds together, this is the result. You should never ever walk away if you see something that an opportunity to try something like this. Guys, rather than let this go to waste, let's just finish this
Yes,
off.
please.
All right.
Wow.
Well, scruncheon, mango, halibut, salt meat, marriage made in heaven. I'd like to thank Chef Jason Peru and Mark McGraw. Man, did they ever hit it out of the park. I'd like to thank you for watching Chef Roy's International Restaurant Showcase, and we'll see you next time.